Welcome to Sweeping Up Spirits Tarot. This is going to be an all sign inclusive reading, and it's all about love and romance energy, and it's about who's going to be bringing joy into your world, who either you've just met or you will be meeting soon, and who you're going to be a beacon in the life of. Someone who really stands out and encourages someone and really makes life even more worthwhile for whoever is coming up for you. So, Leo. Let's see. Do a little shuffling here. An occurrence, something that happens when you feel like you're in a position where things aren't really up to par. That's one of the most positive ways that I can say this. Something that occurs during this time will be a factor in how much of a gamble someone you meet or whom you've just met will be willing to take when it comes to love. So it could be that you guys discuss something where you discuss worst case scenarios and you compare and contrast and you learn how someone else feels about why people are drawn together and how they can encourage one another and so forth and so on. And something that comes up when considering that factor is going to really weigh in when it comes to how quickly a romance gets off of the ground. So let's head into the sign of Aquarius. So a sleepless type of energy, something that is considered fretful in some way, an occurrence that causes sleeplessness will be a factor in how much of a gamble someone who you meet or whom you've already met will be willing to take with you when it comes to love. Gemini. An occurrence where someone shows a fair amount of sacrifice, that is going to be a deciding factor in how much of a gamble someone who you meet or whom you've just met will be willing to take with you when it comes to love. Scorpio. An occurrence that makes someone want to keep things the same way that they've always been. This person wants to keep things status quo. Some way that you feel about it, or whether or not you're that person who wants to keep things unchanged, something that occurs with that scenario that you face will be a deciding factor in how much of a gamble someone who you meet or whom you've just met will be willing to take when it comes to love. Okay, I feel like elaborating on Scorpio. Scorpio, for some of you, the way that you're standing out to someone and something that occurs because of this will be a factor in how much of a gamble someone you meet or whom you just met will be willing to take with you when it comes to love. Cancer. Something that you innocently stumble across, or something that has a link to some memory from the past, something that occurs within that context, will be a factor in how much of a gamble someone who you meet or whom you've just met will be willing to take when it comes to you and love. Libra. I feel like I want to elaborate on what Libra has going on now. So I'm going to get a little bit of clarity here. And something that you have had to deal with previously, it could have been some type of truly obsessive person and something that occurred as a result of that. Someone who was really bossy or what have you. And this is some memory that's linked to this. Something that you do or something that occurs because of that is going to link you to something else that happens. And this other thing that occurs will be a factor in how much of a gamble someone who you meet or whom you've just met will be willing to take with you when it comes to love. So if someone else feels that you have a reputation of some sort, they're probably going to consider that. And so it's just really going to be up to them to find out who you truly are, you know. And it's all going to be based on how much courage they're going to have moving forwards. And something will be occurring. Like I said, that is going to be a factor in that gamble that they take. Sagittarius. When it comes to love and romance, an occurrence where someone suffered quite a bit, someone really felt backstabbed when it came to love. Something that occurred because of that. Maybe some reaction or something that, was just a byproduct in some way or could be considered such, will be a factor in how much of a gamble someone who you meet or whom you've just met will be willing to take when it comes to you and love. Aries. Aries, there is some type of community project or community issue that's being faced, or something where something occurs in your home. And I'm feeling that this is a happy event, as is depicted here. Some occurrence that happens that's stemming from home. will be a factor in how much of a gamble someone feels um, is comfortable to take when they meet you. This could be them knowing someone who's visited your home, or them being in your home, or meeting you through a friend or family. Um, Something that occurs due to this is going to be a deciding factor, or one of the deciding factors when this person considers taking a gamble in love with you. This is someone who you just met, or either who you will be meeting. Capricorn, thanks for joining me live. Everyone, all of you guys. Let's see what's going on with Capricorn. An occurrence where you are making your viewpoints known in a big way, where you're joining in with others who feel the same way, or where you're showing competence in your beliefs. This is going to provoke some type of occurrence, which will be a factor in just how much of a gamble someone is willing to take in love when it comes to you and themselves. This is someone who you end up meeting, or who you just met, quite possibly. And that is where the journey is likely to begin, with them considering this fire starter energy that is emanating from within you, Capricorn. Taurus, an idea that you've had, and something that occurs as a result of your brilliant idea, some planning on your part, something that you've done that is very ambitious and very helpful. Something that occurs due to this will be a factor in how much of a gamble someone who you meet or have just met will be willing to take when it comes to love, and really letting down their guards when it's all about love possibilities with you. That is what will come into play. Virgo, there is an idea that you've had, and just to get a little bit more clarity on what's going on with that, there's something that's all about people learning, something that's educational about an idea that you've had. For some, it's going to be a political idea, and for others, it's spiritual or religious in nature. This is going to be a factor in how much of a gamble someone is willing to take when it comes to love with you. This is someone who you end up meeting, or who you've already met as you move along within the vibrations of romance. This is going to be a huge factor in how much of a gamble they're willing to take in love with you. They could be really odd. They could feel an extra sense of foreshadowing or something of that nature, just because they felt like they were educated in the type of personality or person or the energy that comes into play when they meet you. It's something that they're going to feel. Pisces, there is something that has to do with compassion and wisdom. And just to get a little more clarity, it could be an adventurous type of celebration that's going on in the background that frames your meeting or already framed your meeting with someone. Something that occurs with this celebration in mind, um, and this background of wisdom and compassion. Something that occurs due to this will be a factor in how much of a gamble someone who you meet or whom you've just met will be willing to take with you when it comes to love. And just to get a little bit more clarity on that, there could be someone who had an ending of some sort, and yet they're celebrating it as opposed to being all sulky over it, or they're remembering some anniversary of something ending. And this could be something that they really wanted to end, or this could be just the way that they're summing up how things happen, and they've just decided to embrace it as an ending that they celebrate. It's their ending. It's the way they're coming across when it comes to this anniversary, birth date, wedding, birth, death, what have you. And they're doing this in wisdom. So these are vibrations of wisdom. So I feel a certain level of maturity there, Pisces, with this person who you've met just recently or who you will be meeting. And I think that is all of the signs thus far. I just also want to touch on another base here. I'm feeling like there's a Miranda, Melody, someone with that name who is coming in. And this is supposed to encourage a viewer in a positive spiritual manner. Just another detail about it, someone was working really hard, or they took on an obligation that wasn't really theirs, but they're happy, or they were happy to have done that. Also, the term spotlight is coming in. So somebody felt like they were in the spotlight. So I wanted to mention that. Also, someone will be coming into your life to encourage you, someone who is watching right now. And the person who is coming into your life to help you mentally, to help you to gain clarity or just feel assured in how you're thinking, is an air sign of Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And the person who I'm talking to is likely to be a Capricorn individual. Also, someone is coming into someone's life to encourage them physically to be as healthy as they can be. The person who's coming into their life is a fire sign of Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And this is likely to be a Leo who is getting this other fire sign who is being placed in their life to help them and to give them a more sturdy bearing within that area of physical health and encouragement. Also, there is a water sign who's coming in, who's going to be able to be considered an edifying force spiritually. So this is a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer individual. This person is coming into your life, and this person is very good luck. And the person who will have this person in their life this is coming in as a fire sign. So this is a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries individual. So that's what's coming in as well. Also, there is an animal spirit type of energy coming in. That's all about risk, and it's to encourage someone to take a risk. And this is something that is being encouraged for a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. There is also a vibe that's coming in that is all about good fortune. So someone is going to be having a very good amount of four-leaf clover type of luck. So someone's going to be having some very, very lucky something going on with them. And this is likely to be a water sign of Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. So hopefully you can be encouraged in knowing that that's about to occur when least expected, or when you least, well, when you most need it, or when you least expect it. There's also a vibration of healing coming in. And this is a vibe that is going to be coming in for specifically an air sign of Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There's also some courage that someone is going to feel coming into their life. They're going to feel very encouraged when it comes to demonstrating their courage. These are vibes of courage that will be manifesting for them or someone who they know. And this is all coming in with a Taurus, possibly a Capricorn or a Virgo. Let's see. Let me see. I do see someone saying hi. Hello to you. And it's disappearing. As soon as I can get this to pop back up here, then I'll be able to answer any questions that are coming in. But okay, so Maria and Sharon Williams, and let's see. And is that Marla Lil? Hi, you guys. Thanks for joining me today. Did you guys have a question? Any specific comment or anything? Let's see. Well, if not, I am grateful that you've decided to join me, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed the reading thus far.